I moved my spare tyre underneath my RV, and now I have this entire rear bumper free. So now I have an open rear bumper, and I added a carrier. Allows me more travel storage. This has completely changed how I use my RV setup and storage. But there is a couple of downsides you need to be aware of. This is the Ball Hide a Spare Tyre Storage System. It takes your spare off the back bumper and mounts it under your RV. And this one change opens up a whole lot more storage and equipment options than you might expect. Traditionally, your spare tyre takes up your rear bumper. With this item, it is now out of the way and underneath your RV. However, you still have full access to it when you need it, but the rest of the time, it frees up space for other uses. And this is where it really makes a difference. With the spare gone, I can add a rear carrier and, if needed, still mount bikes. Before, that wasn't possible. Now, I've got extra storage plus the option to bring bikes along. It turns your bumper into something that is now actually very useful. These are my pros for this item. First, as you guessed, it completely frees up your rear bumper. Second, it gives you flexibility. You can now use a carrier, bikes, or both. Third, I personally think it looks a lot cleaner. Finally, the system itself is simple to use and install. No cables and no complicated parts. However, there are a few trade-offs. Accessing your spare tyre takes a bit more effort. You've got to physically slide it out and lower it for access to the spare. And, depending upon your setup, it can sit lower than expected, so ground clearance is something to keep in mind. Finally, and my personal frustration, is access to check the spare tyre pressure. After using this item for just over one season, here are my thoughts on it. Day to day, you don't even notice it. It just stays out of the way, doing its job. But when you need the spare, it's a little less convenient, so it really does come down to this. Do you want maximum usability of your bumper, or the fastest possible access to your spare? For me, the added space is well worth it. Being able to use a rear carrier at the same time makes it a huge difference when traveling, but it's not perfect. Again, if quick access is your priority, you might want a different setup. Overall, I'd give it about 4, maybe 4.5 out of 5. It's a great upgrade, especially if you want more flexibility with storage, like me. If you're building out your RV setup, check out my other videos. I've got many upgrades that help with RVing. So, don't forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and get notified for any new RV content.